Hi everyone, I'm Erica from The Erica Edit, and today we're going to transform into Zoey from the Kpop Demon Hunters. I'm so excited to share this with you guys, and this is my first video ever. Zoey is one of my favorite characters from the Kpop Demon Hunters. She embodies power, fierceness, but also channels into her feelings and emotions, and she empathizes so well. So I'm so excited to change into her today. We're going to transform together. So to transform into Zoey, I think the first thing we need to do is fix our hair. I really love her hairstyle. She has two cute little buns and she has a little bit of hair out here as well. So I'll leave that here and the rest of it we're gonna put into a bun. So I'm just gonna split my hair into two from the back. And then I'm going to tie it behind my ear. I've heard this theory that Zoey is actually Gina's sister, and I'm actually loving that so much because I can see the resemblance with his little sister and I can see how much love she has and support. So I'm just gonna pull this out a little bit to shape my head. Leave it at that and then we'll finish this side. So I'm just going to braid this side. Oh, it's coming together. And then I'm going to wrap it around. Key tip though, when you use bobby pins, I like to put the wavy side on the bottom because it really sits into your hair better. Okay, perfect. And then I'm just gonna quickly do this part. So now we have our two sides of the bun done, and I'm just going to curl my hair right here for the bangs. So to curl your bangs, you just need to take it out like this and curl backwards as so, and slowly pull it through. Just let it glide through the straightener. So this is a little bit too curly, so I'm actually gonna pull it out a little bit as it's warming. I already did her two buns here and I curled my hair. If I was Zoey, I would do my makeup like. The first step to every good makeup routine is embryo lace. This is the best primer in the world. It works so well and it helps hide your pores while making sure that your makeup stays on all day long. So make sure you get some of these. It's very, very reasonably priced. So I just blend it into my skin like this. So for Zoey's brow makeup, I believe it's just a straight Korean brow. And how you do that is you just lightly use a pencil and elongate the front of your eyebrow. And then emphasize the straightness underneath. There's a little bit of a tip on the edges right here. And you're just gonna fill in any holes in between to make it look a little fuller. And then you're gonna use the spoolie on the other side of this pencil. And you're just gonna lightly let it blend together like so. For this base makeup, I'm gonna use the MAC Studio Radiance. This isn't a color that's too light for me, so I am going to mix it with a little bit of the Essence Drop of Sunshine, and that'll help it match my skin tone a little better. I'm going to use 2 pumps of this. If you have any issues with your brush leaving streaks on your face, all you have to do is start the brush, and I can show you that in another video, but all you need is a little bit of moisturizer, and that'll help your brush from getting too streaky on your face. So as you can see, it goes on really smoothly, and that's what you want to aim for. So here we are, we have it all on our face now, and I'm just going to pat it out. I did find this really cute bunny pad that I haven't used before, and I thought this would be perfect for Zoey because it's so cute, it's so her. So we're gonna give it a try. I like to pat out the outsides of my face first. This way it picks up product for the middle of the face, which is usually where you have the most blemishes. Now because Zoey is a K-pop idol, I believe that she will use the concealing method for K-pop idols. So what that is you just take a little bit of concealer, like very little, like this much. And you're gonna look downwards and you're gonna see the line for your under eye bags, and you're just gonna draw a little bit of a triangle where it is. And all you wanna do is lightly fill that in. Once you fill it in, you're gonna use your ring finger and you're gonna pat it in. It almost blends seamlessly into your skin. So I was studying Zoey's look and I noticed her nose is very pointy and small. So we're gonna try and achieve that today using this. This is the Omega MAC as well. It's in color. I use it as my contour because it's very buildable and you can use it very slowly. So let's go ahead and get this part done. We're gonna draw 2 C's right here. And I'm going to go a little darker just so you can see it. And for the nose part, we want it to look a little more pointy here. So I'm going to go in with a U shape first. And then we're gonna make this pointy part go away. The V. And we're going to draw 2 lines right here. 1 and 2. And then because it's pointy, it needs a little bit of a section off here to make this part pointier, as well as here a little bit. So this will emphasize this part of the nose a little bit. And I noticed that this part of her nose wing is also very small, so we're gonna make that a little smaller by cutting it down like this. And although this might not look very much like me, it's going to look a lot more like Zoey. So to blend it in, I am going to use this. This is a contour brush. So how to blend it in is you just push it down and pull a little bit. Push and drag like this. And you're gonna do it quickly. Now a true contour is nothing without a highlight because you need both to really emphasize. So to finish up the nose, I'm going to highlight this part here and the point right here, as well as these 2 little corners right here. And then I'm going to bring out the eyes and a little bit right here as well to poof out the face. I'm so thirsty, I need a break. Next we're gonna do the eyeshadow for Zoey. So I believe her eyeshadow is a little bit of pinkish red matched with a little bit of an earthy tone to it. And it's more rounded with a little bit of a point right here. And I'm just gonna use a very neutral tone like this one right here. I'm just gonna cover my whole eyelid. Okay, now that we have our base, I'm going to pick a little bit of pink. I'm gonna use a more apparent pink. I'm gonna use this one. It's a little bit of a pinkish red color. And we're gonna draw a V, a dark one like this. And I'm just going to use the blending brush as well and just lightly let it go in between and blend. So I want her eyes to pop right here a little more. So I'm gonna add a little bit of a shimmer color right here to add light to her eyes. So I'm gonna go for a very light sparkly color like this. And I'm just gonna emphasize this part a little more. I am going to bring this red pink down here below the eye. Now to emphasize the roundness of Zoey's eyes, I'm gonna use a black eyeshadow and a little eyeliner pen, a little eyeliner brush to draw in her eyes. Tightline my eyes here. So as you can see, that makes it a lot rounder here. And then we're gonna extend this side of her eyes a little bit. So we're gonna follow the tight line. And so I notice her eyes are round, but here she does have a little bit of a peak for her eyeliner. So I'm gonna bring that out. Round it out more on the bottom as well, but also focusing on the middle. And tightlining that. So we're gonna bring it wider below the lash line. Then I'm gonna use an eyeliner to emphasize the edges here of this eye. in the small wing. We're gonna finish this side and then I'll come back. Next, we're gonna give Zoey a little bit of blush. I think her blush is supposed to be sideways like this to emphasize the cuteness of her face. Just for the fun of it though, I am gonna draw it into a little heart. Now we're gonna blend this in sideways across the nose, and it's gonna make her face a little rounder. So I think Zoey's lip shape is very similar to mine, so I'm gonna emphasize a little bit on the bottom lip here. And extend her smile a little bit because she does have a sharp smile. And I'm gonna emphasize the peak here. I find that Zoey's lips are not that emphasized in her look, so just a light pink will do. And that's it for Zoey's face. Next I'm gonna go get changed and I'm gonna fix this up. Now for the big reveal, this is what Zoey's final look looks like. I'm so excited to have you guys all here today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, follow, and subscribe. I'm gonna show you more looks next time. Bye!